Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, broadcasting on the DVC to all points unknown. If you're within the sound of my voice, you're listening to Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Hello and welcome home. This episode of Welcome Home is brought to you by DVC Rental Store. Thank you for joining us on episode 327 of Welcome Home, a Disney Parks and Vacation Club podcast. I'm Tom. I'm here with Trevor. How's it going, Trevor?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm getting, we're less than a week away from Halloween now, which is weird because it feels like it snuck up on me,
Yeah,
in a weird way.
This year has been weird. I think, at least for us, it's been a late summer. And that always makes Halloween is usually by this time it's a lot colder and, we're kind of getting into it, but we haven't felt it. And so, same kind of thing as it's I looked at the calendar. I was like, oh, it's end of October next week. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I don't know if your son used to do this when he was younger, but my daughter went through about, 50 different ideas over the past year of what she was going to be for Halloween, right? So at one point she wanted to be Moana and I was going to be Maui. And then there was another time that we were going to do Frozen again, like we did a couple of years ago. And then there was another idea where, what was the other ones? She had so many, right?
Yeah.
Now,
So we made that mistake one year where we bought a Halloween costume in August. And between August and October, his opinion of
that
things had
changed.
and he was like, I don't want to wear that.
I don't want to do that anymore.
So I get what you mean is the current new hotness is what I call it. Changes very quickly. Yeah.
She wanted to do, I think at one point she wanted to do K-pop Demon Hunter. She's been all over the place.
Of course. Yeah. K-pop right? Demon Hunter.
Oh, and then we were going to do Descendants, and then we were going to do Zombies. And then, so we've been all over the place.
Yeah.
So the past, a couple weeks ago, she's like, I want to be a bunny rabbit. And I was like, you were a bunny rabbit last year, number one. And I was a carrot. So, if you want to do that again, we can do that again. And so that's what she settled on. But then I was like, okay, I guess we're not doing family costumes this year, right? Because you're a bunny rabbit. What am I supposed to be? And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I think I told you, and I talked about this on the show, when we went on the cruise, they always have pirate night. And I had bought a really, I bought a pirate costume. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll just be a pirate. Why not? Yeah. Right. I'll just I got the pirate costume, or I could be Sully again. I still have my Sully costume that I've worn on the show a couple times. I did realize, by the way, we're not doing a live Halloween episode this year. We never even talked about it. With everything going on, we just kind of brushed over that one.
Yeah. It got away from us. And I don't think, the live Halloween shows are good, but we can do something closer to the holidays. And I mean, we also have had years where we haven't done anything either, but I think we can do more live shows without a holiday or festival reason.
Maybe we do an end of year, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever.
Yeah.
Just holiday thing.
Holiday celebration. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of holidays, Trevor.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, no, you were talking about
leading into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not in the Patreon, you need to get in the Patreon, man, because we have a really good time on our Discord server, and lately I've been how can I say this,
Tom went off the rails. Let's start with that.
In a good way, though, not a bad way.
Yeah, so this for anybody who's not been in the Discord.
Yeah,
Tom, so let me say, I've not heard all of these because
this is great.
I was working and I couldn't keep up with what was going on. Tom had a flash of inspiration.
I did,
and was doing various versions of our Food Time song.
Yeah. So,
and they're all over the place. And I've listened to some of them. Like I said, I've not listened to all of them, but yeah.
Yeah. So I just had the idea on, I guess, during the week, and I was like, because we've been waiting now, you and I have been waiting to do a Food Time episode for the Christmas party menus to come out. Right. And we have one of them. We have the Jollywood one is out now, but we're going to wait for Mickey's Christmas party, right? Because we want to
we'll do them both together.
We want to do them both at the same time. We want to do a holiday version and do that, right? And so here's me thinking, okay, well, maybe I can make a holiday version, because here's another thing that's coming that nobody's seen outside of the Discord yet is I've also made logos for the show that are specific to the holidays. So I have a Halloween one that will go on the next on this episode, and also I have a pretty cool Christmas one that I actually really am pretty pumped with how it came out. So
I'm not sure which Christmas one you decided on, because there was like
the
two
Clark
or three
Griswold version.
Sorry, which one?
The Clark Griswold version.
The Griswold.
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
Yes.
Okay.
And everyone will understand what I mean when you see it. So anyway, I was doing this thing with custom logos, and then we kind of got talking. I don't know, how did this. Oh, okay. How this started again is that we needed to update the Food Time song. So we hadn't done a Food Time in a little while. Obviously, things have changed a little bit with the show since then. And so, there was at least one lyric within the Food Time song that had to be changed, right? Okay. Yeah. So I went and I did that. We got a new Food Time song. It's essentially the same Food Time song that, most of you out there, love, just with one change lyric, and you barely even notice. I mean, it's still the same song. Anyway.
We don't notice, so it's fine.
It's really a very simple change. Anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing all these special things for the holidays. What if I made a holiday themed Food Time song, right? So at first I just was like, I'm just gonna, make it a Christmassy theme, like maybe I'll just throw some bells behind it or something like that. And then I was like, no, let's change the lyrics and say holiday food time instead of just food time. And then my wife's like, is that really the best you can do? She didn't say that. She didn't say that to me specifically, but it was implied. She was just like,
that's all right.
Yeah. She was like, it's too, I know what she said to me. She goes, it's too bad you can't update all the lyrics. And I'm like, okay, I can read between those lines.
Accepted.
I can read between those lines. So I wrote it's not really a new song. It's the same song, but I updated the lyrics.
The holiday iteration of.
Yes. So what we're doing right now, and I, as Trevor said, went a little crazy about this because there was a lot of different versions. I was trying some different things out. And if you're in the Discord, I will share these things during the creative process, and I will a shout out to everybody in the Discord who also contributes to this too. We also are going to debut another song that we've been talking about forever on the show this episode, and that was partly from input from the Discord, and even some of the listeners made their own versions, which was great too. So my creative process with these things, tends to be collaborative, and I put them out on the Discord, and then someone's like, oh, you should change this to that, or, you should try to do this. And so it just kind of builds on itself. So because we came to a lot of different versions of it, I made a playlist of my favorites, and they're in our Patreon. Now, by the way, you don't have to be a paid member to be part of our Patreon. You don't really get a lot of benefits if you're a free member, but I've decided to open this up to everybody. So if you want to go to our Patreon, you can sign up, you can listen to the songs of Holiday Food Time, and you can vote on your favorite. And then whatever one is voted on, that's what we're going to use when we go to do the Holiday Food Time episode. But Trevor, because I know you didn't even get to hear all these, I wanted to play my favorite one on the show. So,
okay, I might have heard at least part of it.
Okay,
but because like I said, I tried to go through it. Yeah, it was like I came back to I was working.
Yeah,
and then it was lunchtime, and I came into the Discord server, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I went a little crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
So, okay.
The funny thing is, for the amount that I shared on the Discord, there was at least 10 times that. I only shared the ones that came out.
I don't
the way I
doubt
wanted them to. Yeah.
I know how those things work when you're generating versions. Yeah,
and I also kept tweaking the lyrics here and there too. But let's play Holiday Food Time. This is my favorite, and I'm not even going to tell you which option this is within the Patreon.
Yeah, but this I think we need to just. We can keep iterating on it, but I think at some point we just need to stick with it. And yeah. But, all right.
So here's Holiday Food Time.
What time is it? Holiday food time. What time is it? Holiday food time. Holidays are here, so our mission is clear. It's holiday food time. Holiday food time. The wreaths have been laid, and Trevor took some lactate. Because it's holiday food time. Holiday food time. With Tom and Trevor, this will take forever. Because it's holiday food time. Holiday food time. Jingle bells chime, but I'm stuck in line. Because it's holiday food time. Holiday food time. Holiday food time. Holiday food time. Holiday food time.
All right.
So I really like how that turned out. And the lactate line, Trevor, was actually added. I want to say I did that last night, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that when I thought of it, I was like, "Oh, I gotta put that in there."
Yeah, that's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was very happy with how it came out, and listen, like I said, there's a couple other versions of it that are a little bit different. I did some different lyrics in there, depending on the song, and there's some different styles in there. I didn't include the one that somehow ended up sounding like a Weird Al song unintentionally.
Yeah, my wife and I had a laugh about that.
Yeah, that was an accident.
I listened to that one, and then somebody pointed it out in the Discord, and I was like, oh yeah, it does sound like a Weird Al song.
It does sound like Weird Al. And I didn't realize it either until shout out to Becky.
I mean,
Becky was like, "You made a Weird Al song," and I'm like, "I did." And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, it sounds like Weird Al."
I mean, hey, not gonna lie, if
it's kind of good,
by some strange coincidence we ended up collabing with Weird Al on a song, I would not be mad.
I could call it.
Yeah,
close personal friend Weird Al.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that's one of the versions. In case you couldn't figure it out, it's meant to be you're sitting in your house on Christmas morning, you pop on ABC and you watch the
Christmas special,
happening at Disney.
Sorry, yeah.
That song is supposed to fit right in with that, and I think we've accomplished that. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And like I said, go and vote on your favorite in our Patreon. It is free. You just have to sign up for a free membership. You do not have to pay to participate in this one. But if you want to join, you can join for as little as $5. So that's good too. So, but anyway, yeah, that's I'm excited too for the Reckless Speculation song too, Trevor. But
that's an early holiday gift for everyone.
An early holiday gift for you. Yeah, it is. But I after talking about it for years now, I've finally finished the Reckless Speculation song, and I'll tell the story about that when we get there to that part of the show. Yeah. But anyway, so
let's why don't we get through some of the items on the rundown, and then we can come back to Reckless Speculation a bit later.
Yeah, I want to call this kind of a rumor, Trevor, right? Because it's not like confirmed.
Is it really a rumor? I don't know. I guess, yeah.
I consider anything that Disney hasn't said themselves or that we've seen in like plan documents or anything to be a rumor, right? Because we don't, it could be something else. But
I could have sworn that in some of the concept documentation we saw something about this.
So what we're talking about is Disney Lakeshore Lodge, RAP Reflections, but it will always be Reflections to me. But Lakeshore Lodge is under construction, which, man, this is a huge resort that they have built. I feel so quickly. I mean, I know it's been a lot of time since they started, and they had built a lot of the foundations and everything, but like the pictures of this thing are, I mean, it's moving fast. Now, and by the way, shout out to BioReconstruct, who took some aerial photos of this. And I don't know if you've ever followed that guy before on Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days. But that guy does aerial photography of the parks, of Universal, of just that whole area. It goes up in one of those little tiny helicopters and takes pictures of stuff, and often gets like these really great pictures of Disney construction. But what we're talking about here, Lakeshore Lodge, it was rumored and maybe in the plans that they were going to have a lazy river, but we're looking at some overhead pictures, and that certainly looks like a lazy river, Trevor, being built in the middle of the resort, doesn't it?
I don't know what else that could be other than a lazy river.
I don't know either. Yeah, I mean, it looks like one, right?
That's like the pool area, and
it is very interesting how this resort is situated, because in a way it reminds me of kind of like how Animal Kingdom Lodge is, where it's like that big like semicircle kind of thing, or like U-shape.
Like, it's got like a courtyard.
Yeah, right? But like usually, like Animal Kingdom, you're looking at animals. Now, if you have a courtyard view, you're just going to be staring down at some dude, shirtless guy that looks like me, in the lazy river, asleep with the sunglasses on.
I equate it to, did you ever see the carnival game where it was the ducks floating around?
Oh yeah.
And you'd have to like fish a duck out. Yeah. You get different colors of.
Yeah. Is that
that's what it's like? People floating around on the lazy river is like, watching the little duck game at the carnival.
That's fair. Yeah. I love a lazy river, and I feel like there needs to be more, because this will only be the second lazy river at Disney resorts, right? I mean, you're talking about Beach Club, and now this.
That's not part of a water park specifically.
Yes, correct. So that's not part of a water park.
Yeah, because both Yeah, because both the water parks have lazy rivers, which yes, I think we all love a good lazy river, but not having to pay for it as part of a like a a water park day or something, just having it at your resort, that's going to make this place very attractive to a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it was already piquing a lot of interest. I think this is going to be a very popular resort.
Oh yeah.
Extremely popular.
It's going to be competing with Wilderness Lodge for it's kind of weird if you think about it. Because the thing is Wilderness Lodge won't have a lazy river, so
it will not.
This is going to be closer to Magic Kingdom and has a lazy river. I mean, so actually, here's a bit of an interesting thought since we're talking about it.
Do you suppose? I said, I'm wondering if you're having the same thought I am.
Well, do you suppose that they will go back and retrofit other resorts with lazy rivers after this?
That was not the thought I was having, but I mean, it's an interesting idea. The problem is they take up a lot of space. In some of these places, they just kind of like shoehorned in a pool, right? Like, so, I mean, they would have to do some major construction to some of the resorts to make that happen. But I mean, I think it would be good.
The Poly tore down an entire area and built a tower.
That is valid. They tore down. Yeah, I mean, they're not afraid to tear things down.
There used to be the whole luau area, and there was like this whole area that like it was all wooded and everything. They tore all that down and they built a tower there. So I know what you're saying, but I'm also saying, I feel a lazy river is not nearly as complicated as a tower, but I mean, I guess from a budgetary standpoint too, it may not work for them either.
Yeah, no, what I was thinking was, I was trying to remember if there was a lazy river at River Country. And I couldn't remember if there was or not.
I don't think there was.
I don't think there was either, because I was almost wondering if this was like an homage to River Country, but I don't think that they had a lazy river, so to speak.
Yeah, because the thing about River Country is it was literally water out of the lake.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lazy river would have...
I mean, they could still move water, but it was...
Yeah, but I don't know what the logistics were behind like pumping lake water into a lazy river.
Because they did have the Whitewater Rapids, but that was a little bit different because that was like a more intense kind of like...
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing at Volcano Bay where...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more like, there's like hills and stuff to it, right? But, and listen, I fully expect, knowing Disney, that there will be lots of references to River Country within this resort. I just believe that there will be.
There will be throwbacks for sure. I mean, I don't know if it'll be like super obvious stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's little tidbits in there.
Yeah, well, that's what they do though, right? They do like little tidbits. Like that's what they like to do.
So there's another part of this, looking at these aerial photos, which I didn't think about this, but Lakeshore Lodge is incredibly close to Discovery Island.
Oh yeah, it totally is.
Like it's so close.
Yeah, no, it's very close to there. I mean, you could probably swim over there. Don't do that.
Don't do it. People have done that, and a whole bunch of security and police officers show up and remove you. So don't do that.
I mean, listen. Are you doing? And we're not doing the reckless speculation segment right now, but I mean, are you doing some reckless speculation that they might try to revitalize Discovery Island? Because that would be cool if they did.
It would be an interesting thought because again, it's incredibly close.
It is,
and. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's on the island at this point that would like, you're right.
Abandoned buildings.
It would be like an entire, just demo and, redo the whole thing. But again, kind of an interesting, maybe as an expansion to both, I almost said Reflections, to Lakeshore Lodge, to Lakeshore Lodge and Wilderness Lodge is, Discovery Island could be like an additional, I don't know. I don't even know what you would put there. Like I know it was like the whole animal thing before Animal Kingdom became a reality. But I mean, I feel like they could do something with it. Like it could be like another, like an entertainment area or something. I don't know. Like just looking at how close it is. That's all.
Here's what they should do, Trevor. Right? Take a page out of Universal's book, make it like a scary island during the Halloween time.
Oh. The Villains Island?
How cool would that be? But no, don't even do villain. Like, make it straight up real scary, like Halloween Horror Nights scary. Like, because you're just walking around an island. You're like, you can make it like a part escape room, part like, you know.
But yeah, like that's the thing is that, it's a chunk of land that they could. There's a lot of things they could do with it, and like I said, looking how close it is, like that distance between Lakeshore Lodge and Discovery Island is like it's pretty small.
It's really small. I mean, I mean, if you want to like. I mean, I don't know if I can measure it out here, but it's like it's small. I mean, it's not a it's
quicker. It's quicker than getting from the TTC over to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, if I just go shore to shore,
that's like a 5-minute trek on the ferry. This would be like 2 minutes back and forth at most.
Yeah, if I just go from closest shore to closest shore on both of them, it's 432 feet away.
That's
according to Google. Yeah, and according to Google Earth, it's only 432 feet away. So I mean,
totally, you could take a running jump into the water and swim.
Again, don't do this. We didn't tell you to do this. Don't do it. You will get arrested and you will get trespassed from Disney property. So don't do it.
Yeah.
Remember, wasn't there a guy during the pandemic that tried to live on Discovery Island for a while?
He didn't try to. I think he just went over there, but then they found him relatively quickly.
Yeah, you're not.
I remember
that.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get away with it.
Yeah, but I okay. You shouldn't be like this, but I now have it in my head that within inside of a year of Lakeshore Lodge opening, someone is going to use that as because it's so close to Discovery Island. Somebody's going to go into the resort and try and make their way across to.
I would be shocked if we lasted a month, Trevor.
I feel like it'll take up to it. Because it like in the first year, there's going to be it'll be a lot busier, but I feel like somebody in the first year is going to try it.
Oh, 100%. I would hope that they are thinking ahead about that.
Oh yeah. I feel like they have to, but I guess we'll see how, because the hard part is they don't want to destroy sight lines and stuff with like, putting up a bunch of fencing and whatnot. And the thing is if somebody really wants to go somewhere, they're going to do it. Yeah. They're going to disregard all that anyway. So
yeah, I mean, listen, you're right about that. They don't want to open this brand new resort and then have you looking out on like some giant metal barriers or something that could prevent you from getting in there. It's like, you don't want that. I think it's funny though that we went from talking about a lazy river to somehow talking about trespassing on Disney property.
It's these photos are like the guy who took these photos. It's like here's the resort, and then Discovery Island is right there.
No, you're right.
Like,
you're right.
Oh wow! Like I didn't realize how close it was.
Yeah, and by the way, so the pool area is rumored to have also obviously a regular pool, a feature pool, a splash pad, and also a leisure pool. Now, the leisure pool, I don't know where that's going to be, but it is worth noting that there's two different wings of this resort, and the main wing kind of encompasses where the lazy river is, and the second U, so to speak, or second part. If you actually look at it, it kind of looks like a W. The second part of the W, I'm wondering if there's going to be a smaller or pool there that's not the like main pool. Yeah, like how they always do is they'll have the smaller, just boring pool. Yeah, exactly.
Go to.
Yeah, which is like, oh no, I don't want to say that. I'm going to make all the Saratoga people mad. I was going to say basically all of the pools at Saratoga, except for the main pool.
But to be fair, Saratoga has a lot of space to cover, so they need a lot of pools, and it's those secondary pools are nice and they're fine and all that.
They do the job, right? They do the job.
I will say this, and maybe I'm outing myself here. I don't know, but. You mentioned splash pad, and I know that the splash pads are for kids, but I really wish that there was a splash pad for adults.
I mean, no one says you can't use it.
Well, because the rules on the splash pad say they're for kids 10 and under, and so if you're an adult wandering through the splash pad by yourself, they're going to ask you to leave. Like,
I've talked about this on the show before, Trevor. If you look, you can Google this. If you've never stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge Kidani, and I'm going to throw this out to everybody, one of the reasons we like staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, specifically Kidani, is because of the pool. And right outside the pool, there's a kids' play area that's like a water playground, and they have like water cannons and stuff like that. Well, me being me, I was messing around with one of the water cannons, and it wasn't on, right? Like it just wasn't on. but I didn't realize that if you turn it a certain way, it turns on. And so I was just kind of turning it just because, just why not? Whatever. And it turned on and nailed someone right in the face. Like, I felt so bad about it. But I mean, even like on the cruise ship this past time, I mean, we hung out. I mean, my nephew is 3. I mean, and so we hung out in the splash pad quite a bit, and we were having fun with the splash pad.
Okay, but my point. So yes, that's fine because you have kids that are of the age that can be at a splash pad.
My kid. Just like you just pretend to. Hey, Johnny, don't get into that over there.
You see, that's how you get yourself removed from the resort.
No,
I don't want to be like. Okay, I don't want to be, the creepy adult at the splash pad.
You're not
my kid. No, my kid is way too old to hang out at a splash pad. But
I'm giving you a splash pad pass. You can go. It's fine.
I just like it, because it's like I don't want to get in the pool, and it's not that I want to like play with the water guns or anything. It's just more.
But you do want to play with the water guns, though, right?
It's like water features and stuff, which are fascinating to me. But I also don't want to go and stand. Stand there when, I don't have kids of age that can be in the splash pad is the point, right?
Yeah. I see. It's as you're talking about this, Trevor, right? I want to go back to I talked about Dorney Park before on here, one of my favorite places, right? And Dorney Park and Wild Water Kingdom is the water park, right? And one of the things they have in the water park is what we used to call the water fortress, right? It's a thing for kids, but it was like 3 levels of like, water guns and like the giant buckets, and like there were traps you could set for people and stuff like that. And in college, my friends and I, when we were off for the summer, we would go to Wild Water Kingdom, and we would absolutely play in that water fortress like every time, even though it was for kids, because we had such a good time. Like, just soaking these kids. It was hilarious. Yeah. Like, we had a great time.
Like I said, Disney's very clear about, because even like when my son was like 12, the splash pad says like 10 and under. Yeah. And then, he had but like I said, I just don't like I get why they do that. I don't get me wrong. I totally understand that, it needs to be a space for kids, but I feel like a lazy river is a good compensation of that, bringing it back to talking about the lazy rivers, that, it's a water feature that is not just a pool. Like pools are boring. Up to a point, it's like, I can't do anything in a pool, but a lazy river or, splash pad, like there's interesting stuff going on. Like you said, like the buckets and stuff like that. It's like, hey, it's not that I'm going to sit there and like play in them for hours, but it's like, I want to wander through one of those.
Yeah.
And not be looked at as, where's, you don't have a kid and you're wandering through the splash pad, right? Like,
listen, I am generally,
it's a weird, I know it's a weird.
No, it's not weird. You're right. You're on the right side of this. I am generally a rule follower. Like my wife knows this. I very much am a rule follower, and I get very mad when people don't follow the established rules of society. Like people that park in 2 parking spots drives me nuts.
Yes.
Just, like that kind of stuff. Right? This is one of those things. I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm gonna play. I want to have a good time. I'm not doing anything creepy here. I'm just messing around. And
you're gonna take the Barbosa stance on it.
Yeah, that's exactly
more of a guideline.
Yeah, it's a guideline. Yeah, it's a guideline.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway,
sorry, we talked about lazy rivers and splash pads for quite a while there. We should probably move on to some other things.
I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of maturity.
Oh boy.
We've got the 2026 Epcot International Festival of the Arts dates have been revealed, or as I affectionately call it, the Festival of, I just call it farts.
Yes.
Because
Tom just wanted to say farts.
I just want to say farts. Yeah, because you know what? I'm a big kid at heart, and I'm just going to say farts. So anyway,
I guess that's why we're doing a podcast about this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a childish thing that I do. It's fine. Listen, Festival of the Arts is one of those really interesting Epcot festivals because it's so short. It's 39 days, right?
Yeah, it is incredibly short, but there's a lot of cool stuff.
They do so much cool stuff. Yeah. I've only done it once, we've
been a couple of times, and like it's actually for us, it's one of the times we really do like to go to Disney because, it's like Epcot is. Epcot is a different vibe that time of year. Like,
I would agree with that. Yeah.
yeah, because it's not food. Like food and wine is like it's good, and same with Flower and Garden. But Festival of the Arts, like you said, it's very much focused on the art exhibits, and and people, doing different artwork and performances and all that kind of stuff, right?
And it helps that it's mostly that Figment is like the straight up mascot of this.
Yes.
Because
there's so much Figment stuff.
There's so much Figment stuff. It's over the top Figment, which is great for people that love Figment. And they're doing a lot of the same stuff they've done before. They always do like a lot of viral stuff when they have like the sidewalk art that the real artists do. Where they make these incredible pieces of sidewalk art with chalk. I mean, which is nuts.
I think one year we did see one of the pictures from Mary Poppins. Like somebody just did that, because why wouldn't you, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so we don't know a lot, right? So, they're still going to have like the food studios, because it wouldn't be a festival at Epcot if it didn't have a whole bunch of food. And so, listen, of course, we will do a version of Food Time once that comes out, but we're probably a few months away of that one.
I'm actually kind of So, okay, we didn't actually touch on the date. So it's running from January 16th to February 23rd. So
nice.
I expect we'll probably either early January or maybe mid-December we'll hear about the food.
I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised we haven't gotten the menu for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party yet. Because that's not the first one is pretty soon here. I'm a bit surprised we haven't gotten it yet. But I'm sure sometime this next coming week here, so we'll get that. But so they're gonna do, they have the art stuff. They have that iconic paint by number mural that they usually have, which in the past has been Figment. It may be Figment again. I don't know. But it's a really neat festival. I wish I could do this one more, honestly.
I mean, maybe that sounds like something on your to-do list as time goes on. Because I know it is a hard time of year.
It is,
because kids are in school and all that kind of stuff. For us, the way that we always planned it was in February. There's usually parent-teacher conferences, which means that there's a week where our son would only be missing 3 days of school, and because it's a short week, they were never doing anything meaningful at that point anyway. So we would always take advantage of that. And that's why we would go to Festival of the Arts. And then also for us in particular, the hard part for some people about traveling January, February is it can get cold in Florida. I have been there when it's gotten down to close to 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit. And it's not comfortable. I get, there's a difference between where I live, where it's a, dry cold, where it can get down to -40, which in Fahrenheit is still -40.
I like when Celsius and Fahrenheit meet up. It makes it a lot easier on me.
They align at -32, but that's not a good thing.
No, it's cold. That's cold.
When you're getting that cold, it's not fun. But the thing is in Florida, because of the humidity, I get, it doesn't work for everybody. But if I would say, if you want to go enjoy Festival of the Arts, just, make sure that you have a decent jacket, especially in the evenings. We actually would take a light jacket with us and stuff like that, because, that's the only thing about this festival is that it, like you said, it's a weird time of year.
Well, that's why they have it, right?
and it can get cold there is the only downside of it. But the actual festival itself, like you said, it's different from from Flower and Garden and Food and Wine. It's really short, but it packs a lot into it. And and it's funny, you're saying about the Figment thing. I actually just looked at they had the picture of the paint by numbers, and I realized how forward they're being with Figment, where the kid is wearing a Figment hat. He's got the purple Epcot shirt on, which has the Figment shirt, and then he's painting the Figment mural. It's they're
so much
pushing.
Figment.
They're pushing Figment for sure.
But that's fine. I mean, listen, push Figment on me. That's cool.
Yeah.
They're also going to have the Disney on Broadway concert series too, which they've done in the past. So that's cool. And then they're also this year they're doing, and I don't know if they might have done this last year, but they're doing a Lorcana event too.
Yeah.
which actually makes a lot of sense because the art on those cards is pretty incredible.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, it is totally obvious because they spent a lot of time in Lorcana, working with artists to do those cards. So why would you not show them off at this festival?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I will admit, I to be honest, I try to avoid trading card games now because when I was younger, I played a lot of Magic the Gathering and I spent a lot of money on Magic the Gathering because it is a bit of a trap in that you can spend a lot of money on cards or on booster packs.
Yeah.
And I feel like Lorcana, you could do the same thing. But again, not just for the sake of the trading card game, but, if you're interested in Disney art, like Lorcana cards are pretty cool for that as well. Like you get a lot of different artists and a lot of different takes on Disney characters.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So Festival of the Arts we'll talk about it more. But
we certainly will. Why don't I want to talk about this next thing though, Trevor, because I find this interesting. This is just interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and this isn't the first time, by the way, but Brett, and I never know how to say his last name, but I think it just goes Iwan, right? Brett Iwan.
Iwan.
Who is
Iwan, but
Iwan. Yeah, I forgot exactly how he says it. But for those that don't know, current voice of Mickey Mouse, one of the voices, I should say, because there's multiple voices for Mickey Mouse, in case you didn't know that. But he's the main Mickey Mouse and has been for quite a long time now, right? So he is coming out with I guess he designed a line of Mickey clothing that's going to be sold in the parks, Mickey merch, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember this about him is that I believe he actually started doing art at Disney and then he somehow got into the voice acting part of it as well. Like the art was actually why he was initially hired at Disney, if I recall.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Because he went to wait. I just pulled up his Wikipedia page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the Ringling College of Art and Design. Now, I hear Ringling and I think of one thing:
the Ringling Circus.
Yeah. Like, is that related? I've never heard of Ringling.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never.
I don't
heard
know
of
enough
that
about.
School.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that to.
Makes me think he went to clown college.
But I mean, he's kind of got the whole art thing covered from all angles, if that's the case.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I have no idea if it's related to that or not. But yeah. It's just
now I have to say, talking
it is
about
Ringling Brothers, by the way. It is
okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was the guy that one of the Ringling Brothers invested in it, and I just learned something new. I didn't know that. That was really interesting. So that's cool. It's an art school. I was not familiar with it at all. It's my bad. But
there you go. We learned something today.
Now we learned something new today. You learned something new.
I was going to just talk about the line of or the Mickey Mouse collection.
Oh yeah, the actual topic.
I mean, you have to admit, like you were saying, like, well, he's a voice actor. What can you do?
No, it's great.
This stuff looks amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This has like, I want to say it feels like 80s vibe Disney, but it's probably even earlier than that. Because to me, like, the hard part is, like, when I was growing up, I actually had a lot of stuff that was like 70s and 80s Disney, but I didn't know the difference because, it was just like, stuff that my parents had, or that, they because my mom had some stuff from when she was younger. It was Disney stuff, and I didn't realize, what era things came from. But this Expedition Mickey Mouse stuff it looks like the old comics.
I want this jacket.
It's so cool.
I'm telling you right now, I want this jacket.
Yeah.
This jacket is
the
awesome.
Green one?
Yeah, the green one with the patch on it and this jacket is awesome.
Yeah, totally. And the way across the back, like it has like the Expedition Mickey Mouse, but it's not colored in on the back. You've just got like it looks like a pencil drawing of Mickey on the back.
Yeah.
Like it's super cool.
I didn't realize he was an artist too. I think the only thing I knew about him is that he was the voice of Mickey. I did not realize that he was also an artist. It also kind of looks like he's maybe modeling these.
Is that him?
I mean, serious. Yeah. Like all you see is the bottom of the model's face, and it kind of from pictures.
No, there is further down. There are full on because there's a plaid shirt and a long sleeve
Oh,
shirt.
yeah, you're right. I didn't get that far down. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is him, right? Yeah, that's totally him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So he not only gets to do the voice, but he
Is
also
that a
designed the
hat,
line
too?
and he got to model it too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very
I tell if
fancy.
that hat is part of it or not.
If it is,
looks-
I mean, I would assume it is.
So the hat is the same color, but they don't show the front of it at all. Like all they're showing is the shirts.
Can I? But I want it though.
Oh man, and I totally missed on this. There's the one dark blue shirt with the Pluto on it where he's pointing.
Yeah. The
Did you
plaid
see that
shirt's
one?
cool though too. This is all really good stuff, man.
Like I normally don't like just straight up Mickey Mouse stuff. Or sorry, I like Mickey Mouse stuff, but I find a lot of the current Mickey Mouse stuff is very samey in that it's like they pick like one design and it's just like, you know, for like a year or 2 years, it's just like a generic Mickey face, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is like it looks like he pulled it out of a comic. And yeah, looking at the button up shirt, it's like it's got Mickey and Pluto and looks like Big Thunder's on there too.
I mean, it's the Expedition series, right? So yeah. So that's awesome.
So I like this because it has some life to it. Like it's like it's not just the like Mickey Mouse head, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the thing is that when it's just like a Mickey Mouse head, I'm like, that's boring. But this is
That's
like,
lame.
oh hey, like it's it's drawn like a comic, or it looks like it's something different.
Yeah, I agree. I love it.
Very cool.
Yeah, love it. All right, should we do our ad, Trevor? Let's do our ad.
Let's do the ad for this week. Okay, this week the show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, which is a World of DVC company that offers magical vacations at incredible value. Save up to 60% off retail rates at premium Disney resorts. DVC Rental Store now includes deposits as low as 25% at the time of booking and a built-in cancellation policy for every reservation. And as always, DVC Rental Store pays out the most to members looking to rent their points. Want to learn more? Go to dvcrentalstore.com/welcome home or call 1-855-DVC-RENT. That's 382-7368. When you speak to them, be sure to let them know that Welcome Home sent you.
This news came out like literally like right after we recorded. I think it was the next day, right?
Yeah.
So
we're talking about Soarin, I'm guessing.
yeah. So of course we're talking about. First of all, I want to talk before we. Give me after we introduce what this is. I want to talk about a missed opportunity here. But so we got an announcement that there will be a new Soarin movie. Now this is specifically to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States, right? And so we're getting Soarin' Across America, which is going to be debuting in summer 2026. And so Disney released a video of Patrick Warburton, known as our chief flight attendant. And I actually threw this out there in the Discord. If they were to re-record the pre-show video, but still with Patrick Warburton, would people be mad? I feel like the answer is yes, still, because even though the original version is so old, there's just a certain quality about it that I can't explain,
But I mean, for the announcement he did, like he riffed
basically
on it. Yeah. But I don't think people would be mad about it.
My missed opportunity here though, Trevor, is why wasn't he doing the announcement with Sam Eagle? Like, I mean, how is that not part of this? Yeah.
Sam should have come into it, but I mean, maybe they don't want Muppets in everything necessarily.
But how funny would that have been? Like, that would be hilarious, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to be getting Soarin' Across America. First of all, this attraction poster, I don't know who's doing the attraction posters lately, man, but this attraction poster is awesome. I think it is anyway.
But the one with the Statue of Liberty and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
It is, yeah.
I like the style of it. It's very, very neat. I also love the fact that they are continuing to update Soarin' and do new things with it. And that makes me happy, right? But it's funny because in the Discord, again, we were joking about what, first of all, they were joking about what national landmark is going to be, the new Eiffel Tower, as far as, being crooked right?
I saw the Space Needle.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. I like to believe they learned their lesson on that one, and that's not going to happen again, but you never know.
It would honestly be hilarious if they didn't think about that, right? Like it's one of those weird things that you want to say like, oh, they should know better. They should have
fixed that. Yeah.
They should have fixed that. But I feel like when stuff's going through production like that, not everybody's thinking of it from that angle, right? Like it's.
Well, that they probably, no, see, you would think that they would like do all angles, but they probably, when they were like testing it and writing it, they were probably doing it from like the middle, right? Because why wouldn't you?
But also it's, that when they're filming it, they're like how it's being filmed and how it's being projected on the screen are different because they're filming it with a camera that's giving like a flat image, but then they're putting it onto a concave screen. And that's why it got distorted was that they weren't thinking about how the screen distorts the image, right? So,
which is still surprising to me because it feels like they should know better, right? Like they should know better than that. But
and you say that, but you think that they learned their lesson, but somehow this kind of stuff does keep happening, and I'm not going to put it past them that it won't happen again.
I think they got it this time, but we'll see. But anyway, so there was also a lot of speculation in the Discord of where they're going to go, and we were joking a lot about smells. I think one of the funny things that we, Trevor, we talked about doing as a wait list is wrong answers only kind of situation, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Of where they're going to go. That would be pretty funny too. But anyway, yeah. So listen, like I said, this is good. I'm glad they got Patrick Warburton to do the announcement. I would have loved some Sam Eagle in there, but that's okay. It's all right. I'll deal. But I'm excited. I listen, I love new stuff like this. I love Soarin, and I just hope that if they change the music at all, that it's still, I'm sure, when they launched the new version, they still had the essence of it, and they just made it, a little bit of updates. But
they can still keep the same beats from like the storytelling aspect of it.
Yeah. So
now,
good.
Sorry, back to the poster art for it. So I got the most recent Disney files.
Yeah.
Because I assume we all get our Disney files, or those of us that have,
of course,
Disney memberships.
Yeah.
So the front page of it looks very similar to this, and I wish I could remember the guy's name that did it, but he did a bunch of art in the same, like it was inspired by The Contemporary and thereby Mary Blair. I feel like this looks like it's the same artist, and his name is escaping me right now.
Oh, really?
But
okay. Yeah.
This looks like his artwork to me.
It's a really neat looking poster. I've really been I think everybody that listens to the show knows that I have kind of a problem with wanting all the attraction posters. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's like the weirdest thing I want to collect, but I love attraction posters.
No, they're cool.
General. They're very cool.
They have a vibe to them. Like
they do. Yeah, and I feel like Disney does like a really cool job of their attraction posters frequently. I like them more than movie posters most of the time, because I feel like movie posters end up being like so similar to each other, and these are always kind of like have a unique kind of flavor to them,
Yeah, it captures something. I don't know. You're right. I don't know how else to explain it other than like it captures the vibe of the ride. It's the best way to say it.
I would agree. So,
and of course, I'm looking on the BBC website, and they don't have the latest Disney files up there yet, so I can't even go look at what the guy's name is.
Well, that's all right. But yeah, so this is great. Look, and there's a whole behind the scenes look out there too, where they talk about how they're like kind of how they're doing specific things to like stitch together the different scenes that is not as, I don't want to say CGI
overly obvious.
Yeah. But they're.
I mean, I don't know. I will admit one of the things I enjoy about Soarin is like, because the big obvious one is the eagle that flies up and like it does the transition. But now that I've ridden it enough times that I kind of know that stuff's happening, I'm actually looking for it. A lot of those elements are like in the background somewhere, and you can like see how they like move through the scene and then come forward. I actually enjoy looking for those in the scenes now more than like like I do enjoy just like taking in whatever it is, but it's also like, oh, there's that, you know, I see that balloon off in the distance, or like it's kind of a funny thing. Like
I
like,
agree. Yeah.
I know. Yes, you're right. You know, they can do a better job of blending them, but I think that was part of, or that's part of the charm of it.
Yeah, it's part of the charm. Yeah, it's, you know, it's like when I posted some of the songs that I had done for Food Time on you know, on the Discord, and people were like, "That's really bad," and I was like, "I didn't say they were all going to be good."
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's some part, the camp is part of the fun, man. Like, you know,
you know, sometimes bad is good. Like you know, campy, or you know, if it's done, I wouldn't even say if it's done deliberately, but if it's done in the right context, it can actually elevate it, even if it is bad.
Yeah,
like
I would agree. Yeah. Like, as long as it's self-aware that it's bad, I feel like being self-aware is the key.
But to be fair, like Soarin wasn't self-aware. It just so happened that it became an endearing thing about.
And I never thought it was bad. It's part. They have to transition from scene to scene, right? Like, what are they going to do, right? Like, and it was a feature, not a bug. I mean, honestly,
it was more. I think it's just more a reflection of what was available at the time for CGI and all that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the newest update, they CGI'd a lot more, but there's a whole behind the scenes thing here of how, like, they are doing this a little bit differently this time around. So again, I do think they learned some lessons. I believe it. So
yeah. Okay,
anything else on this, Trevor? Or you want to move on to the next thing?
Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. But I'll admit, I don't know how much I want to talk about this because.
Oh, really?
So my wife. Okay. The context on that is my wife and I went to Costco last weekend, and they had a giant advent, or it was a Lindor advent.
I saw it. It's like super tall, right?
Yeah, and it's like hundreds of dollars.
I also saw that when I was at Costco last weekend. Yes.
Yeah, and my wife said, if that was a Disney advent calendar, I would have 5 of them in the house.
So you don't want to talk about this because you don't want your wife to know about this.
Maybe. So the whole point of this subject is guide to countdown to Christmas with these Disney advent calendars. Oh, look, here's a bunch of different advent calendars.
They have a lot of versions.
There is quite a lot of them.
There are. Listen, what I just listen, Trevor's wife, just skip through this. You know, it's nothing important for you. You don't need to know about this.
If she's this far in, I'm cooked already.
You're cooked already. Yes.
Yeah. It's done.
The first one here, though, is there's a Star Wars miniature legacy lightsaber hilts countdown collectible one. Now they only have the one picture of the box on here, Trevor. But if you click the link, you can see what's in it.
Pictures, yeah. It's all different hilts from various people in the Star Wars universe. I didn't see the most obvious standout one is Count Dooku's because it's that curved hilt, which I always thought was very unique. But
although I will say that obviously it's not a traditional advent calendar because it's lightsabers, but it's also only 12 days. So your traditional one has the full month before
the 24 days. Yeah,
at least the 24. Yeah, well, all the ones I get are usually up until Christmas so it's the 25 days. It's the full month before though, right? It's not. Yeah. But you're right.
Yeah, you start them on December 1st and it goes all the way until Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have so they have we've done the Lego calendars before. So they have again a Star Wars one. Yeah. There is a Frozen one, which I mean that's kind of obvious. And then Disney Princess.
Okay. Yeah, that one we got to open up here. What's inside this one?
Are these Funko Pops? Yeah.
What? They're like, wait, what is this?
Pop-up advent calendar.
Okay, but what's inside it though? This is nothing. I'm confused.
Oh no, maybe is that a different?
Oh, is it just like a pop-up book?
No, it says.
I see. Okay,
25 ornaments showcasing items like Cinderella's glass slippers, Tiana's water lily, Rapunzel's friend.
That one's boring.
So it's they don't even show a picture of that one. Then the next one is the Funko Pop one.
Yeah, that's it's mini Funko Pops, clearly. Yeah. So it's like the really tiny ones. What do they call Bitty Pop? Is that what it's called? Okay, Bitty Pop. I've never actually heard that, but that's hilarious. But that one's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a Fisher Price one, which, I mean, I feel like, this one would be great. Like if my nieces were like, in the like 5-ish years age range, this would be a good one for them.
I feel like I kind of want to get this Funko Pop one for my daughter.
Yeah.
I feel like she would really like this one.
But hold on, there's a Stitch advent calendar.
I see that. My problem with the Stitch one is all you get is like, what are these little books? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay, we did that one year with Bluey. We had a Bluey advent calendar that had Bluey books in it, but now those books are small and they are all over the place. Like every once in a while, I just find a Bluey book somewhere. You know, like I don't know how I got there.
Actually, okay, now sorry, I'm continuing down.
Yeah, the Muppet Christmas Carol one, right?
Forget everything else. The Muppet Christmas Carol one is
that's the winner.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that
one's
one
pretty
is
cool. That one is $160. Oh, Disney.
I mean, but it's all these like little Muppet.
It's mini
plushies.
stuffed animals. Yeah. They're
they
mini plushies.
They got the 3 ghosts. They've got the Marley and Marley. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, listen, this one's pretty cool. Again, though, only 12 days. You only get 12 days for this one.
That's fine.
It's a pretty cool one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we can skip over the next one.
Oh man, the hatred. Should I talk about my fun fact, Trevor? Because I was watching Beetlejuice the other night, and I learned that.
Yeah, you said that on the Discord, and apparently Jack Skellington is in Discord or not in Discord.
Is in Beetlejuice, yeah.
In Beetlejuice, but it's like an early iteration of him, which I looked at it and I thought
he looked like Jack Skellington. No,
I mean it looks like a skeleton. Jack
Skellington just looks like a skeleton. I mean, right?
No, he has a very specific look to him.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. But
all right,
this Nightmare Before Christmas one, it kind of like the storybook one. It like I don't know what all is in it. So it says gifts such as mini books, note cards, and ornaments. No,
that's kind of fun though, because at least it's different things, right? Like it's different kinds of items, you know.
Yeah, but it's very flat, which means all the things that you're getting are going to be like just like here's a book. Like I don't know. I don't like that.
So then they also have another Funko Pop, another Funko Biddy Pop one, but it's with Marvel characters. So that one's pretty cool. That one's neat. If your kid's into Marvel, and down to Bluey, right? I talked about.
Yeah, they're doing a Bluey one. So.
They are doing a Bluey one. Let's see what's in this Bluey one though. There's 24 gifts. Okay,
miniature characters.
I'd much rather that than the books. Not that I'm like anti-book or anything. I just the little figures I know my daughter's actually going to play with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my god. Okay, I'm getting this. This has to be done. I was going to get the mini Funko Pop one. Now I feel like I need to get this Bluey one because this Bluey one's pretty cool.
All right, fair.
You can you can see the like all the stuff that's in it, and it's all these little figures from the show. My daughter's gonna lose her mind if I get this for her. Okay, and it's only $20 too, which is pretty great. So that's happening.
Where are you looking at all the what's in it? Because
there's a link. The shop now.
I clicked the link, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Show...
So you got to go to the last image, and it has like a circle that shows all the stuff that's in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It shows all the different things that are in it. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Huh. Some cool stuff there, right?
Yeah.
There's also, too, a Mickey Mouse and Friends fillable LED light advent calendar. So it sounds like
Macy's exclusive, by the way.
Gosh, the same line of garbage that they were throwing out there. There was another like line of stuff that with Macy's that they put out, and I was just like, yeah, no, we're good. It was like a Spider-Man collection, and I'm like, this is ridiculously fancy.
Going to
stuff.
Macy's for So this particular one you have to go buy off of the Macy's website, and I just looked at it; it's unavailable, so it doesn't matter anyway.
See, it's available for me.
Oh, maybe because
you're in Canada, yeah.
But that they acknowledge that I'm not a real person, I guess.
But wait, does this need to? But by fillable, do they mean that I have to come up with things to put in there? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, no, forget that.
This is just it's just the like box.
It's just basically the structure, yeah.
But I mean, it like this would be like a showpiece that you would put on your shelf, and because it's lit up and everything. Like I can see where it's a nicer advent calendar thing that it's still Disney, but a little more upscale, obviously because it's Macy's. So I see a place for this. Again, not something that I would want in my house necessarily, and I mean I can't get it anyway because Macy's.
Sorry,
Macy's is going to be like that,
Yeah, how dare you, Macy's? Yeah. How dare you keep this from Trevor?
Yeah, I know. Well, whatever. I don't care. I'm after that Muppets Christmas Carol one anyway. So
yeah, that's the one, right? Like that's the winner for you. See,
Yeah,
I think
totally.
the Bluey one or the Princess Mini Pop, Funko Pop one is the one I'm going. I can't get 2 though, right? That feels like too much.
I said my wife was saying to me, I want 5 advent calendars in the house, and I'm like,
Nice,
what?
love it.
What are you going to do with 5 advent calendars? But
She's gonna enjoy them. That's what she's gonna do.
yeah,
I'm on your side.
She wanted the stand up ones. Like she wanted to like surround my living room with advent calendars, which
Jen,
is
I'm on your side. Okay, just so you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Forget your husband. I'm on your side. All right. Are we done with this one?
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this episode for a couple of weeks. So I've got some time.
She's gonna.
I may just let her know about the advent, or I'll just let her know about the Muppets one, and then we don't need to know about the other ones.
That's a good idea. Yeah, just be like, oh, you don't need to listen to that segment in the show. I already found one.
Just skip over it.
Just skip over. It's cool. We're good. So, Trevor,
is it time?
I think it is. So for years now, I've gotten asked this before too. Why we call this why we call it reckless speculation, right? And I actually don't remember where this came from. I think a friend said it to me one time, and I just thought it was a funny pairing of words, and I think I just brought that to the show, and we were using it as a place, or I think when we got to it on the show, the whole point of it was we were being very clear that this was not this was like the Disney bus driver expert stuff, meaning that it's entirely rumors, or it's based on just somebody's opinion. There's no fact or anything behind it other than us just speculating, right? So years ago I said I was going to make a song for this as one of the segments, and I actually wrote a song for this, Trevor, about a little over a year ago. I couldn't ever get it right though, right? Like I just couldn't get it where I wanted it to be. And in my mind, I had always seen it as like a metal song just because the word reckless, kind of was doing that. But I was messing around again with songs, and I just so happened to hit a specific genre that I think works really well for this. And the other funny part about this before I play it is that the lyrics I wrote a year ago were really supposed to be a placeholder. They were not really meant to be the lyrics because they are silly and they're ridiculous and they're repetitive, and they make you've heard it. It's silly, but somehow I think it works. I don't know why, it just does. So without further ado, but good. Before you do, good.
Well, I'll give my thoughts after we play the full song.
Okay, let's do it.
Reckless speculation, reckless speculation, reckless speculation, speculation. It's so reckless, it's so much speculation, speculation. We may be wrong, we may be right, but it doesn't matter because it's reckless speculation.
I don't know why that turned out the way it did with the Dapper Dans, but I don't know. I'm tickled by it.
It works, and so I thought you had a longer version of it. And I was going to say as long as it's not like 2 minutes of reckless speculation before we get into it, then
no,
that's
short version.
That works. Yeah, I actually thought, because I'd heard the hair metal band version of it, I thought that's what you were going to go with.
No, that one's a lot longer.
Yeah.
This one's like 24 seconds. That one's like over a minute. So,
yeah, exactly. So
that one plays a lot more guitar going on in that one.
Yeah, that works. I like that though.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit of Dapper Dans for your day, right?
Yeah. So we're into reckless speculation. And so this this thing you have on here is, so the title is, was Tron Ares just, in quotes, an advertisement for the Disney rides?
Now, so I want to point out, I got this article from WDWNT. However, this is not their speculation. This is from Deadline. So this is from an actual publication.
Okay, so they're quoting Deadline.
They are.
And okay. And so I guess what that comes from is Tron Ares did not do well at the box office.
It didn't, no.
And a lot of people pointed to the fact that it felt very flat, and the lead in it was didn't do a lot. And I will admit, like, from watching the trailers and whatnot, I didn't see where it was actually a Tron movie beyond the part where they briefly showed a light cycle, which that seemed like mandatory viewing. Like, you're going to do Tron, there's going to be a light cycle in there. But I think the point that's being made is that, somebody made a movie and they tied it to Tron, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was like a Tron movie. But here's the weird thing about Tron is kind of a cult classic at this point.
Yeah.
And because the original Tron didn't do well in theaters, Tron Legacy didn't do well in theaters either, but they do have their audiences. And I feel like Tron Ares is, again, I haven't watched the movie yet, but I guess I'm basing this off of, what I've heard about it, and I will watch it. Like the thing is I will watch it, but I'm not like running off to the theater. And I think that's part of it is that,
sure,
they're expecting to make a bunch of money at the box office on it. I'm a Tron fan, but I'm not hard up enough where I'm like, I got to go see it like opening weekend in the theater and all that. But like, I like the world building of Tron. I like the premise of it. That doesn't mean that every movie or every show or any game or anything that comes out about it is, necessarily good. There's been some hits and misses over time with Tron.
Sure.
That's the hard part about it is that, and it sounds like Ares is kind of falling into the miss part. And then this whole article is kind of implying like, was their whole reason for this just another means of pushing Tron life cycle run, which that's a very backwards way of looking at this.
Yeah. So so the quote from the article is, it says first those close to the project believe that ultimately Tron Ares was an advertisement for the Disney theme park rides versus any Disney Plus viewership. I'm sorry, of Disney park theme park rides. Also one of the catalysts of Tron Ares being made versus, say, any Disney Plus viewership of the previous Tron movies. So what they're saying is the reason for doing it was specifically to pump up the Tron ride at theme parks.
That's
what I'm going to say. Like, this is where it doesn't make sense to me. First of all, right? There's a couple things there, right? They reportedly Disney spent, what was it, $250 million on this movie? I mean, they could have just done a $250 million ad campaign if they really wanted to.
I mean, they could do a way less ad campaign and get the same amount of results. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. If they were really just trying to push the ride, they could have just advertised the ride. They could have done lots of stuff advertising the parks. It's a weird thing to say, let's put a movie out with the intent of, this will drag people to the parks because they'll be excited about the Tron ride, which, by the way, the Tron ride or light cycle run is like, it is the lightest of light in terms of story building in the queue and all that. Like there's not a lot to it. Like,
by the way, going back, they're saying it actually costs about $220 million with, like promotion, with marketing and all that stuff. So $220 million is what the number is. But again, if they wanted to just do it as an advertisement, they just go and do $220 million ad campaign, right? Like, I don't think anybody seeing the movie is going to be like, you know what? I want to go ride on that. The other part of it is, to your point, it doesn't need it, right? It's not like this is a ride that's in the corner of the park that's like decrepit and no one's going on and you can walk on it at any time. It's not Figment. You know what I mean?
It's still one of the like most busiest rides at Magic Kingdom at any part of the day. Yeah,
absolutely. I think they had this property and I think they were just trying to bring it back. Now, here's the other part that I find interesting in these articles, because I think people there are a lot of people out there that love to see Disney have a bomb. I don't know why. They just love it. Right. And that's fine. But because every single studio out there has bombs, right? It's not like it's almost impossible not to have a bomb, and the thing about it is the math is different nowadays. Like, sure, it didn't do well at the box office, but most things don't anymore, right? Like, it's not.
I mean, post 2020, box office numbers are not anywhere where they were. Like,
no,
like I mean, even thinking back to like my habits, like in the early 2000s, I was at the movie theaters like, I want to say like sometimes 3-4 times a month. So like almost weekly, I was going to see movies at one point in my life.
Yeah.
But over time, and you know, like my viewing habits changed over time. And then with COVID, you know, actually it wasn't even with COVID. It was before that. I hit a point where I was like, you know, I don't want to go to the theater. It's not that I like totally against the theater. It's just, that's not the viewing experience that I want. And with the way streaming services and everything are now, it's like, I can wait until it comes out at home and I can watch it at home. And, you know, I don't need to get all the extras that a theater offers, which they do. You know, there are reasons to go to a theater, but, you know, people building movies or people like writing movies under the premise of, you know, we need millions of dollars to do this so that we can get millions of dollars back at the box office. It's like, yeah, you're not getting that anymore. But also, you know, they're so focused on like opening weekend sales. And it's like,
I know.
There are so many movies now that there are examples of movies that, you know, did bad at the box office, but they're slow burns, or they come back around later, or they build up into like Hocus Pocus is actually a great example of that. Again, another
there's
Disney
a ton of
movie
Disney movies that are like that, right? I mean,
you know, it did when it first, you know, everyone talks about it. Now they're like, oh yeah, Hocus Pocus. It's like when it came out, it was like, ew, like
got terrible reviews.
What is this, right? Like nobody wanted it, but then it built itself up over time, and then it got sequels because of it. Like there's a third one being made, which it like for something that did so bad back then, it's like people's minds about like how it was received at opening weekend get forgotten. It's the same kind of thing with Tron. Is you know, when I go back, like, you know, I remember watching Tron as a kid, and I loved it. Like it was very much in the vein of everything that I was into, which was, you know, sci-fi and fantasy and all that. I didn't care about, you know, how it did for everybody else, but I was just like, you know, yeah, Tron's cool. It's like this, like, you know, it was VR before VR was a thing, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
So to me, that was cool. And then, you know, over time, it built its audience, and it's obviously still there. The fact that, you know, a third movie was made, you know, shows that the audience is still there. But the problem, I think, comes in where they were trying to make this like, honestly, I don't even know what they were trying to do with it, because I didn't understand from watching the trailers. And I think this is part of it too, is that, you know, when they promote these things, I don't know what the point of the third Tron movie was supposed to be.
I mean,
like from like, I shouldn't have to go and do a bunch of Wikipedia diving to figure out what the movie's supposed to be about, because I know the end of Legacy was like, oh, you know, they came back into the real world. They came out of the computer, and it was kind of like implying like, oh, you know, lines are going to start blurring, and, you know, it's going to be, you know, stuff happening in the real world instead of just in the world of Tron, right?
Yeah.
Or in the grid. Sorry, I was trying to remember what it was called. The grid. So I was like, okay, that could be interesting. But then it feels like, you know, whatever they decide to do with it, it sounds like it was kind of like, this is going to sound awful, but it's like, imagine like you just came out of like, you know, a cyber world, and the first thing you do is like go to Starbucks and like sit in the Starbucks and like drink coffee. Yeah. Like it kind of feels like that's how it was received, is like, it sounded like that, you know, the script didn't really go anywhere, which is like, oh, you know, great, they're in the real world, now what? Like it's a weird thing. But also, I hate to say it too, but movies, usually by the time there's very few instances where by the time you get to the third movie, that the movie hasn't lost the plot.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, like, I think we can all agree that the worst of Back to the Futures is the third one, right? I mean, it's, you know, you have Alien as a franchise. The first two movies, fantastic. Then they did, what was after that? Was Resurrection after that? That was terrible.
Resurrection
movie.
Was the third one. Which,
that movie was
it was weird.
It's hard to keep a franchise up, right? I mean, like, not everything is a Toy Story where they keep making really, really good movies and keep it. Or
Star Wars, which was built as a trilogy originally.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the hard part, is that this was not built as a trilogy. So it's kind of like, you know, should it have been a trilogy? Like they could have, and I guess, you know, the fact that they're calling it Tron Ares, you know, you can have branching storylines and stuff. This particular storyline, I didn't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I just think the math is different nowadays, right? Sure. Did it lose? Is it going to lose $100 million in the box office? Fine. Is it going to be the number one streaming thing when it comes out on Disney Plus? Definitely. Right? Like it's got to be.
I want to know.
I mean,
I want to know what the number is that translates to the amount of people that wrote Light Cycle Run because of watching Tron Ares. I want that number.
Yeah, there's no amount of people you could get to visit a Disney park that is worth $220 million of a movie. Like that just is absurd.
No, I don't even care about the budget part now. I want to know, like, are they going to start like polling people when they get like?
Did you see the movie?
How did you hear about this ride?
Well, I walked into Magic Kingdom and I saw a big giant, there
was a line
lit up hood, and I wanted to go and ride that. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't know anything about the movie?
I saw this blue dome and it looked amazing, and there was a car that went by on it and it was zooming and it looked like fun. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't need to know. And again, the funny thing is about the ride itself. Like, I know you haven't been through the queue or anything in the ride. Yeah. The queue, like the
queue's basic.
It has a cool little effect that they do at the beginning, but then the rest of the queue is just like nothing. Because, and I get it, I think whoever designed it looked at it and went, well, in terms of the grid is very it's very bare and basic because it's like the inside of a computer, right? That's kind of the aesthetic of Tron, but it doesn't translate well to
a ride
to standing in a queue, right? Like when I think about queue experiences, and then even the ride itself, like the ride's premise is very loose in the you're racing against other light cycles, but it's not even it's not even a race per se. Like, it's, again, they just like loosely justified the ride. So then, let's take that back to Tron Ares. How is Tron Ares convincing anybody that this ride is like the movie? And then also the funny thing about that too is, saying that it's just an advertisement for Tron Light Cycle Run, because of how the movie's done, that actually would work against them if that was the case. Like, I feel like if people watch the movie and were like, I didn't really like that, they're not going to go ride Light Cycle Run because of the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's the logic leap is just fine. And it's probably just solely because, yes, of course, Disney did do an overlay based on the movie, as they do for a lot of their movies. They like to try and incorporate that stuff into the park, but that doesn't mean that, they're making an entire movie as a means of advertising something in the park.
Yeah.
Like that's, I don't know, that's a weird leap to take.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It is a weird leap to take. I agree. So, it's odd to me. I mean, there's big movies all over the place that are, the most recent Leonardo DiCaprio movie that I went and saw is going to lose $100 million. And people are talking about it, but not like this Tron Ares thing. Because again, I think people, for whatever reason, love when Disney has a failure of some sort. It just, I don't know. People love to duck on Disney.
So again, just because we are in the middle of reckless speculation. So what movie or show or anything, what Disney thing do you want to see become an advertisement for a ride in the park? So let's say, they suddenly latch on to something that, like something in the vault that people are not thinking about or haven't thought about in years. And they're going to make a ride and then they're going to use this show. I'm not limiting it to movies. I'm saying show whatever. What would you expect to see as an advertisement for a ride?
I mean, well, you had Pirates of the Caribbean, right? I mean, did that reinvigorate that ride?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, the ride was fine beforehand.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying something that doesn't exist right now as a ride in the park. Like, what IP would you just high level? Like, you don't have to detail justify it, but something that maybe hasn't been seen or heard from in a long time. What would you like to see them bring back as a new movie or show or whatever, so they could justify on the premise of this article is, they're going to build a ride and it's going to be, this is going to advertise it.
That's a hard question.
There are some weird ones, I feel, in the vault.
I mean, the problem is because Disney is really good at capitalizing on their IP, right? So like there's not a ton of things.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, no, okay. So the Black Cauldron was like, I think could be like a very weird, like Mr. Toad type ride.
Yeah.
Nightmare inducing because that show was scary.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
But how many people actually know it though?
But that's my point. Is there's Atlantis. For people who know. Could you imagine if like they did like a Treasure Planet dark ride and then they were like, go watch Treasure Planet to
It's
promote?
weird. It makes no sense.
Right. but to your point, there are lots of, weird IPs and stuff. Like I think the hard part people are struggling with is that Tron did get a ride. But I mean, it took, 30 years for Tron to get a ride. And, people are like, oh, every time they release a movie, well, it's just to promote the ride. Like that's, I don't know. It's such a weird thing, but now I want a Treasure Planet ride.
All right, let's get this last piece here because I know we're running. Yeah, we're running late, but just a reckless speculation.
Bit of an aside, just not a Disney show, but there was a in the same time as Treasure Planet, there was a non-Disney show called Titan AE. You ever watched that?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
Titan AE was awesome. I love Titan AE, but just an aside.
Yeah. So the last thing we have on here is
I'm surprised you left this till last.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to put it sooner, but there's reckless speculations. I put that at the end. So there have been multiple reports and videos of drone show testing visible in the sky over the Disney Ranch in California, which the Disney Ranch is it's Golden Oak Ranch is what it's called, right? But it's where they can like do like filming area, right? So it's owned by Disney. Yeah. It's a filming area, but they're testing a drone show of some sort, and so there's videos of this, and someone saw it 2 nights in a row. Now, given listen, this is why this is reckless speculation, right? This is a large amount of drones, right? I mean, this is
like any drone show, yeah.
No, I mean more than a typical park drone show is what they're saying here. These are more drones than you would typically see in like a park drone show. So the article itself is speculating that this may be just for some sort of announcement. Now, given the dedication of the Destiny is coming up, right? So, and they did a drone show for the Treasure. So it's possible that's what they're doing. However, these particular shapes don't really match what is on the Destiny, because the Destiny is all about like superheroes and villains and stuff. And what we're seeing
covering
here,
like everything Disney. Like
this is like Moana and Fantasia and I think they said Aladdin and so like doesn't really. I mean, that fits with the Treasure, but not really with the Destiny. So I don't know. I mean, maybe there's going to be drones being added to the Disneyland nighttime shows, or I mean, I assume it's Disneyland only because this is happening in California, but it could be Disney World too. They might just be testing it there. I mean,
it's a space to test in. That doesn't mean
and
the wonderful thing about
the drone shows don't matter with that, because they can just send that program over to Disney World, and then if they have the drones, they can just do it, right? It's not
they can just move the drones over there, because I'm sure they could just pack them all in a trailer and move them over wherever they need to be.
Yeah. I mean, because this is
I can hear
go ahead.
I can hear the little gears in your head.
They're going
right now. There's some excitement from Tom on this, because I've
been waiting for them to do it. I've been waiting for them to do it, and I've been saying they need to do it. And it's not even that. They're doing it at all the other parks, except for the U.S. parks, right? And listen, I shouldn't say they're not, because they did a little bit of it, right? They've
tried things. They've tried things, but this is definitely like it's very clearly a Disney show. It doesn't, like you said, doesn't look specific to any one thing. Yeah. So that does kind of lend itself to, a nighttime show of some sort, or like a fireworks show, or, in combination with a fireworks show. So,
yeah. And I mean, so yeah, because they have the general things that they would usually put in a nighttime fireworks show. Mickey Sorcerer Hat, the manta ray from Moana, the Captain Hook pirate ship, Like,
Yeah.
all that stuff is there. The genie and the Agrippa Palace, right? So from the other clips. So I don't know, man. There's no announcement about any shows, right? But it's very possible that this could be for a show in the parks. It's also possible that it's a promotional event. It might not be a thing in the parks. They might be doing this for, maybe they'll do this as a one-time thing when they film the Christmas stuff. Although I think if they were going to do that, they would make it more Christmassy and not just generalize,
that's true. Yeah.
stuff like that. And again, I think if they were going to do this for the Destiny, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that they would also, again, be doing more things that are Disney Destiny themed as opposed to the stuff that they did for, for the treasure. So I don't know. I this one is true speculation, right? So
yeah, I mean, yeah, like I agree with you in that, looking if they were just doing a specific show for like a one and done thing, it seems odd that they would like you said, that the character choices that they made for it, all that kind of stuff seems odd if it was for a specific, night or like you said, a show or a cruise or whatever. Yeah. But I guess the hard part too is, I was thinking about it is, is there anywhere right now where, or I guess in Paris, that the show is running consistently there, right? Like it wasn't just like a one-time thing. They are running drone shows on a regular basis.
That was a nightly show. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, have they actually done a nighttime show? But I guess they have in the other parks. So yeah, I mean, maybe this is because it's in California. I'm inclined to believe. So the fun thing about California is that they don't run the fireworks every night of the week there.
Yeah, because you're in a neighborhood.
Yeah, part of the reason for that is because they're where they are. I think they have agreements with other the areas around Disneyland because it is very close to communities and all that. People don't want to be hearing fireworks every night, so they only have certain nights that they run them. I wouldn't be surprised if this could be a way for them to kind of fill that gap where it's not necessarily running every night, but it's like the nights where fireworks are not running, you get a drone show because, I feel like, yes, it's still a light show and it's, some people could perceive it as disturbing, but it's not like fireworks where you're constantly hearing
explosions,
bangs and whatnot. And, some of them, if you're close enough, it feels like it's shaking the room that you're in. I know I've been inside Big Thunder when fireworks are going off, like underneath Big Thunder. It's a lot louder when there is a structure.
So instead, you're just going to hear, that sound of the drones, right?
Yeah. The interesting thing though is I don't know from a distance how much you're going to hear that.
No, you probably won't. I was just kidding.
Yeah. So the thing is then it's just a light show, which again, so it's like 20 minutes a night. There's drones going off and then it's done. I feel like this might be something, again, specifically for Disneyland. It feels like it makes more sense to start there because the difference in Disney World is, yes, they should do a drone show, but Disney World it's deliberately far enough removed from everything around it that they can run fireworks, in their parks anytime and nobody cares because it's, Disneyland is its own bubble. So, or sorry,
if
Disney
you buy
World
a house around there, the deal, right? Like at this point,
it's pre-established. But again, also Disney World is like, it's so much farther away from the communities nearby that, I feel my take on this is that, you'll probably see it in Disneyland first and it'll probably make its way over to Florida at some point. But this to me feels like a good way for them to bridge that gap of, not being able to do fireworks every night of the week. Right.
Yeah. My mind was kind of in the same place, Trevor, because I know that is an issue for them. And so it's not a firework replacement, but it's more of like a supplement at times. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing is that, maybe it's I don't know, logistically, if the wind doesn't work for fireworks, if you could still do drones, right?
Yeah. I don't know what kind of tolerances they have there for that,
Yeah. Yeah. So, maybe that's one thing too, is that, that they have a ban on doing fireworks for various reasons, because you get that where, like, if it's too windy or too dry or whatever, they don't want to do them.
According to the internet, Trevor, the maximum wind speed a drone show can operate in is 20 to 25 miles per hour.
Oh, that's not very much at all.
No, it's really not. That's according to the internet. I don't know if it's true. Take it with a grain of salt.
That actually works against Disney, because the Santa Ana winds there can definitely be an issue.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah, and interesting though. Like I know I saw this earlier this week, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Tom's going to." I feel like I could almost hear like the squeal inside your head. You know that meme of what's his name, Jonah.
Jonah Hill, Jonah Hill from
where he's doing that. I could see that, and I was
100%
like,
true.
Yeah, Tom is just like excited right now.
I just want the drone shows to become a thing. I want it. Bring it. You could theoretically add it to every single nighttime show at Disney. Every single one of them. You could just have them there. They don't need to be the
like
highlight.
5 minutes of drones. Just like do a drone bit in the middle, and then you can go back to what you were doing. Like, it's like the projections, right? You can just, send up the drones, and then,
By the way, one thing I did not put on here, Trevor, and I probably should have, but we really need to wrap up. Yeah. And for a long time ago, I mentioned that Disney should be doing like a Life Day celebration thing at Hollywood Studios over the holidays. They're doing a Life Day Chewbacca meet and greet, a Life Day themed Chewbacca meet and greet. I did not put this on the rundown because it felt very small, but they're doing it during Jollywood Nights, and I was like, okay, it's something.
A specific day too, isn't it?
It is a specific day. Yeah.
I remember seeing this.
But I figured they would just glom it into the regular holidays, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things like, it's like May the 4th, right? But I guess, May the 4th expanded beyond.
It's the whole month now.
Yeah, and specifically, it's for some reason November 17th.
Yeah, November 17th. Yeah.
It's such a weird day.
They might only be doing it on that day. I only saw a headline. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read into it, but I was like, oh, okay, they're doing it. So anyway,
I guess if you're in Hollywood Studios on November 17th, go get.
No, they're only doing it at Jollywood.
But I thought it was on the 17th specifically, or is it?
According to this article, they're doing it during it says Life Day is usually celebrated November 17th, which happens to be the date of one of the Jollywood. So it's possible. Okay, so maybe it's just for that date. I don't know, but it doesn't say that.
That's crazy if it is the case.
Yeah, that would be kind of a crazy thing to do. But yep, random thing.
I wouldn't put it past them. But.
No. So anyway,
okay. I think we've had enough fun today.
I don't. I mean, I have more songs. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Well, no. If you want the songs, you gotta go vote. Patreon.
Yeah, go to the Patreon. Like I said, you don't have to pay anything. You can sign up with a free account, and you're allowed to vote in this little contest we have. And you can hear the other 4 songs that are part of this. So go check that out, Trevor. Was it patreon.com/welcome home pod, right? See, I did a part of your wrap up for you. Look at that.
Thank you. Now that
no
I'm
problem.
Still going to mention it anyway, but
yeah, of course. Yeah. You're Ron Burgundy. You just read whatever's on the teleprompter, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same as you. You talk about how you have your stuff that you read, even though we've been doing this for years. I'm still the same way as well. As I, when it comes to the wrap up, is I have the bullet points there, and I could probably do them without, but I don't. I would miss stuff at the end of the day. Yeah. So I guess let's just get started on it. So bullet point number 1 is we have an email address. So if you guys want to reach out to us, you can always find us at welcomehomepodcast@gmail.com. You can share trip reports, you can ask us questions, you can just let us know what you think about the show, all that kind of stuff. We love hearing from you guys. We are also on social media, so you can find us on Facebook as Welcome Home Podcast. You can find us on YouTube as Welcome Home Podcast. You can find us on Instagram as Welcome Home Pics. On Facebook, we have our Facebook group called Welcome Home Disney Waitlist, where we do have talks about things from the show. People share trip reports. Just a good Disney Facebook group. If you're looking for something like that. And then if you want to help support the show, you can go to store.welcomehomepodcast.co. So that's our storefront where we have, you can get t-shirts and and mugs and all that kind of stuff on there. And then, as Tom said, we have a Patreon, so you can go to patreon.com/welcomehomepod. There's the free version of it, which, Tom's put up the songs there you can vote on. But we also have paid levels of Patreon support, which our Patreon supporters get an exclusive logo that you can't get on the store. So it is something exclusive there. And it also gets you access to the Discord server, which is, as we talked about, it's another place that we talk about things from the show, and you get sometimes sneak peeks into things like redoing the Food Time song and
you
all
get
that
messages
kind of
from me
stuff.
at 11:30 at night. While I'm
when you should be in bed and you're doing edits to songs. And
I don't know about you, Trevor, but
stuff.
I always get my best ideas between that time when I get in bed and before I fall asleep. That's like literally last night I'm laying in bed and I had deleted the line about unless it involves dairy in Food Time, and I was like, you moron, dairy, you could have just replaced that with Mary and it would have been perfect. Like, what are you doing? And then I was like, well, the lactate thing's funnier. So
for me it's that, or I actually get a lot of my ideas when I'm driving home from work. So
okay,
just driving in the car, I'll get like, I don't know, things will start churning. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, all my ideas are right before sleep. So yeah.
So like we said, we have a Patreon. Please go check it out. If at least just for voting on the song, but also, we have different levels of support there and the Discord server. Last but not least, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or anywhere you can leave us a 5-star review, please do so. Just helps us out. It's a nice thing to do. We're coming into the holidays, so maybe you can put some holiday music behind this. This time of year, we really need to we need to leave 5 stars on our favorite podcast.
Yeah, just do that.
Even if we're not your favorite podcast, leave us 5 stars on it.
Yeah.
And then on iTunes you can write us a review. It's we like hearing what you guys think about the show, so
we do.
Please do.
Don't forget to subscribe to Welcome Home Podcast so you can be reminded every time we release a new episode. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube Music, just about any podcast app that's out there. You can find us. Just search for Welcome Home and look for the one that has seemingly endless logos, because they keep coming up with new ones. But look for the castle, okay? Look at the Disney DVC one. That's us. But listen, if you already listened to us and you're hearing this, you already know that, right? So you should be good. Anyway, thank you to our sponsor of this episode, DVC Rental Store, for being a great sponsor, being great friends of the show, and of course, World of DVC. They are the best as far as DVC stuff goes, so please go check them out. They are awesome, and they will help you with anything that you need DVC related, so please check them out. Join us next time for more Disney Parks discussion. Of course, more DVC talk. We hope to see you all real soon.
Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, signing off from Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Do a hop when we had a chair. How she can cobble, these snowman's affair. I look around for